If you're receiving this message, it's because Google is exhausted. Now, what does that mean? Google services are provided to you for free in this case. They're free and they're also limited. You only get a certain number of calls per day that you're allowed to make total. And depending on how quickly you make those calls, you may hit some kind of very quick threshold that says, whoa, you've sent too many messages too quickly, you need to take a break. So sometimes just giving it a second and trying again does the trick, if it's the second case. If you're making too many calls per day, trying again isn't going to help you. Now, it's only important to remember that this relates to the geocoding part, not the mapping part. So if I have 100 addresses or 100 accounts, and 50 of those accounts have already been mapped, and let's say now I hit the Google exhausted message, I can still see all 50 of those on a map for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week. This only pertains to locating new records, okay? So there are a few fixes here, a few workarounds. Well, first one, and I highly recommend, buy a Google Enterprise Key. If you're a large organization with, several tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of records, you're going to be using a lot of Google services, and they're a good company, they make a good product, and it's a good idea to actually buy a license to use the thing for the kind of volume that you're looking for. A lot of the large organizations out there may already have a Google license enterprise key, in which case, let's put that key into Salesforce. BatchGeo.com is a second approach. So if you can't afford the Google Enterprise Key, or if you only have 15,000 accounts and you're okay with having this spread out over a couple days, go to BatchGeo.com. It's a website, and what they're going to let you do is first you're going to export your data out of Salesforce. Use like the data loader. And get your account ID and their street, city, state, postal code, all that stuff, address, info, and upload it to BatchGeo. And BatchGeo will geocode them for you, and it'll give you a latitude and a longitude back in a CSV file. Take that data and then update your accounts with it. Just update them. And when you update, don't forget to set the Find Nearby status to located, right? So you found it and it's been located, so you update the status. That's probably the most manual work out of these three options, but it's still inexpensive, and if you're in a time crunch and you need the map, that's a good way to do it. Your third approach is probably the most painless. Give it 24 hours. Wait. And try again later. It's only exhausted for a little while. That being said, it's not a midnight to midnight thing. You're not going to run into the problem at 5 p.m. and then come in tomorrow at 9 a.m. and have your issue go away. Instead, it's like a rolling 24 hours, right? So if you hit this at 5 p.m., wait till 5 p.m. and then the floodgates should be lifted again. You should be okay to go. This isn't an error. This is simply Google limiting you from using up their free services.